Oh man, it's been a long day. Long day. It's too tight. What are these doing here? Huh, that's weird. I don't remember putting those there. I guess I'll just go. All right, this is stupid. This is like really fucking stupid. Like, this is getting out of control. I'm done. This is it. This is the last video I'm making. This is the last force sensing F16 video. That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. I'm getting the Moza stick and I'm gonna do a review on that. Okay, this is the last force sensing based video I'm doing. So today we are doing the Realsim Ultra versus the Tianhang Kepler versus the Tianhang Pro Base versus the Invictus Force Transducer 4.0. All right. And God, we're going to do it. I'm so fucking tired of this, man.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad.
We're going to do this. We're going to start to finish. So we're going to go from unboxing to setup to configuration to curves in DCS, to flying in DCS, and everything in between. So this is like 0 to hero. Like, you bought this stick, you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and you want to just get in the air with it, and you want help with that. Thanks to my boy, Jado, J-A-D-O-W, Oliver, or Olivier, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, he's French. Thanks to him for suggesting I do this. And tonight we are going to be drinking the last, I actually saved it, the last of this bottle. It's one of my favorite bottles. It's really good. It's OKI, 11 years, but it was picked out especially by an American Airlines captain for an American Airlines captain group. So you can't get this bottle. Fuck you. It's my bottle. So it's delicious. And as you can see, I finished it. So it's a great bottle. So that's what we'll be drinking today. The last of it. If I can never get the cap off with one fucking hand. Anyway. Bottle's dead. Cheers, Oliver. This one's to you. God. Vanilla cherry. That's what I taste in this one. It's delightful. Quite happy with this one. Anyway, this is just a really quick introduction. I'll go into more detail in a second here, but the reason I started out here was just to have the Realsim in the picture because I've actually been flying with the Realsim stick for a couple of months now because ironically I didn't have any of these sticks hooked up. They were all either loaned out, borrowed, being worked on, returned, what have you. So I've actually got, ironically, the most time on the Real Scamulator stick. So that'll be the first one to get tested. But till then, let's just go over the ones that are unplugged here. Let's get started. All right, autism time. So you've bought one of these lovely sticks and you've unboxed it. So let's start with the Kepler. Well, let's start with me unfucking my own head. All right, real quick, what is my relationship with these companies? Realsim, or as I call them, Real Scam. I fucking hate them. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think they're a shitty company. I have my own reasons for that. I think they overcharge for what they sell you. I think they sell a deliberately fragile stick, and then they try and sell you a warranty on top of it. And I just don't like the way they do business. So I have no personal relationship with them. I've never spoken to the owners, customer care, nothing. Tianhang, which makes these two right here, I know personally. I am friends with him. I speak to him quite frequently on Discord, and he's a buddy of mine. He's a cool dude. I like him. However, I have paid full price for his sticks. I have not been given anything by him. No favors done. Nothing like that. Same deal with Mr. Chris of Invictus Cockpit Systems. He's a friend of mine. I've hung out with him. I have drank bourbon with him. But I have paid full price for everything I have ever gotten from him. So this is as unbiased as I can make it. All right, so let's talk about, let's take it from first things first. You order the stick, it comes in the mail, it comes in one of these beautiful boxes, as you can see. So let's go over the boxes first. You've got a beautiful Pelican case knockoff, Pelican case knockoff, Pelican case knockoff. It's a really nice box, but it's 3D printed, so it's not as nice as the other boxes. So definitely the shittiest one. Okay, video over, like and subscribe. Invictus sucks. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so that's the box, but do you fucking care about the fucking box? I literally have a box full of boxes from all the guns I've bought up in my attic right now, because what the fuck am I gonna do with a goddamn Glock box that I have 90 of? What do you even do with the boxes? So, fuck the boxes. All right, cables. So this one is the only one that comes with a cable that's integrated to it. So you can't get rid of the cable. The cable is the cable, and that's that. This one takes a micro USB, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, it does. Tianhang, the Pro Base Tianhang, is a proprietary plug that Tianhang himself has programmed. So only Tianhang's cable works with Tianhang. And the Invictus stick, now that he's gotten rid of the fucking Cougar board, uses his own, the board he's made, and it's USB Type-C, cable not included. So other than that, came with nothing in the terms of bolts. Same with this one. This one came with a plate, a mounting plate, and some bolts, which is nice. The Invictus came with some bolts. And then for these two, because they're replica SSCs, let's talk about these for a second, because these are obviously hobbyist sticks. It's all hobbyist stuff, but these two are designed to go into real cockpits, as you can tell. They're designed to be replicas of the real, actual side stick controller from an F-16. So that being said, they come with this little fairing in the front. So one of these is Tianhang, one of these is Invictus, and one of these is off of a real goddamn F-16. Can you tell which is which? Yeah, me neither. So I actually have to look at them. This is metal, this one's metal, and this one is plastic. They're all the precise same shape. It's honestly kind of freakish how they all got it perfect. This is the real one. This is off of a real F-16. Maybe a simulator, maybe a real F-16, I don't know. Jackson was gracious enough to give it to me. This one is metal, and this is the Invictus one. This one is plastic, and this is the Tianhang one. Not that I'm shitting on Tianhang for making a plastic one. It looks and works fine, but that's just the way it is. You get a metal one with Invictus, a plastic one with Tianhang, and they both are exact, perfect replicas of the real F-16 fairing. So that's pretty fucking cool. Let's go over stickers. So the stickers on the Tianhang, you can see Astrotronics, Tianhang Space. I believe the sticker, if I'm not mistaken, is directly influenced by Jackson, where he has a real SSC, and he sent pictures to Tianhang, and Tianhang copied the stickers off of that, which I think is so fucking cool. Other than that, the paint, the shape, the feel, it feels solid. It's a heavy stick. You've probably seen the video of me swapping out the transducer in it. The Invictus one, on the other hand, has an even more durable paint. It's a little lighter, and he's actually copied the shape of a real SSC perfectly. So when you compare the two of them, they're not quite the same dimensions. Let's see if I can show you here. You can kind of see the Invictus one's is a little thinner than the Tianhang one. So if you've got the Alert 5 plans, which are 3D scanned off of a real F-16, the Invictus one's going to fit in the Tianhang one, not quite. It's really close, but not quite. Again, I'm not saying anything disparaging about the Tianhang bass. It's a great bass. It's a fantastic bass, but Chris, in his usual fashion, is determined to go the extra mile because he is the, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Apex predator of F-16 simulator parts, at least in America, that's for sure. Maybe the world, probably the world. I would have to do a lot of research, but I'm pretty sure the world. I don't think anyone's going as hard as Chris is. Gotta love the autism. I'm not calling you autistic, Chris, but I mean, it would be a compliment if I did. So I believe that covers it as far as sticks goes. Now it's time for my favorite part, because this wouldn't be a Bourbon and DCS flight sim review without, you guessed it,
They're coming straight toward our proximity. Maybe you should give them the clamps, Clamps.
Gee, you think? You think that maybe I should use these clamps that I use every day at every opportunity?
That's right. You know it. You love it. The fucking clamps. All right. Let's test out how each of these sticks feel with just clamped to a table and just testing the movement out. First off, let's make it so these don't move on me. No, fucking thing. Come on. This is a rolling work table. Just make it a little more sturdy. It's still moving. It's still moving. There you go. All right, perfect. All right, so looking at the Realsim, it's very easy to move. You can see, and I'm afraid to move it too much because it doesn't have its buzzer turned on because it's not plugged in. The Kepler, a lot stiffer, much stiffer, more closer to the Lightning where there's no movement at all. But if you push it too far, it does eventually give. And then it's got the putting down a cup on a piece of putting down a cup on a table kind of feeling to it, which is, he since corrected that with his new sensor in his Pro Base. But if you adjust the curve so that you get the movement before you get the actual, the flight control response before the actual movement of the stick, it's not so bad. The Invictus one, he had more movement in it before, and he's since corrected it and made it less movement. And now it feels, I would say, about right. There's no center detent, which I love. It feels a lot like the Ultra, but just stiffer, which is honestly how it should be, if I'm being honest. And the Pro Base, it's, maybe 10% stiffer than the Invictus, which, depending on your preference, is either a good thing or a bad thing. Well, see, this one's off the table a little bit because there's a bump at the bottom here, and I didn't want that bump to influence it, so we should try pushing instead, maybe. Now, see, it flexes more because of it's off the table. Tell you what, let me reclamp it and try it again. I really want to get this right, mostly because I'm tired of making these fucking videos. Okay, reclamped. Yeah, the Invictus moves a little more than the Pro Base does. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say too flimsy, too stiff, 100% there, 90% there. They're really neck and neck. I personally like a little bit more movement, so I'm probably biased towards the Invictus one. I know Jackson, for example, prefers less movement, so Jackson might be more partial to the Pro Base, but it's fucking close. And I know a lot of y'all are asking about it. Yes, work on the F-16 pit is finally going to resume soon. And pretty soon, one of these is going to wind up in it right there where the SSC would go. Soon. So soon. All right. So you've got your Realsim stick plugged into your Realsim Ultra Mark whatever force sensing base, whatever the fuck, and that's all you've done. So you've plugged it in. All right, let's see if it works. Well, USB game controller. I've got everything plugged in here. Hold on, let me find it. There it is. Force sensing stick base RL3 MJF blah blah blah. That's it. Properties. Okay, great. So here it is. I have to get up and actually touch it. over on my sims. Give me 1 second. As you can see, it works just fine. Plugged in and not with any of Realsim's software downloaded. Now, I have actually downloaded Realsim software before, and it does all kinds of things. Like you can rotate a little like rotator cuff. I'll show it in a second. You can rotate a little rotator cuff to switch profiles, and you can have it so that like you pull the trigger, and the first stage of the trigger engages precision mode for easier formation flying and all the. Dude, fuck all that shit, man. I don't know how many force sensing modules you have that you need different profiles. Maybe you're a fucking space sim nerd. I don't know. But honestly, I would rather just not install the software and just run it like this. Works fine for me. So let's hop into DCS and take a look at what it looks like in DCS. So real quick, it's got, the Realsim's really kind of fragile, and when you get to the max deflection, it starts beeping at you, and if you go too far, it starts screaming at you. I've already had the stick break on me. The connector inside there is broken, so the stick is permanently mated to the space, and this cap is broken off on me already. And so, like, it's flimsy, man. And you can tell, because RealScam wants you to buy their fucking warranty right off the bat, too. They know it's going to fucking break. But that being said, like, that is a fucking hat. That is a fucking hat. That is a fucking hat. And then you've got... You can rotate this little collar right here for different profiles, which, Jesus Christ, man, how many fucking profiles do you need? It's ridiculous. So, fuck all that shit, dude. I honestly just, it's fine the way it is. So, all right, so we're in DCS. Let's go to settings, controls, F16, access commands. So I simply bound the Y-axis to pitch and the X-axis to roll, obviously. And that's pretty much it. Go to axis tune, no sliders, no inversions, no curves, no dead zone, no nothing. Literally just bind the axis in DCS, and that's all you have to do. And then obviously you come to HOTAS and you got to bind the buttons, but really not a big deal. It's an F-16 stick. You're flying an F-16. Like, this is not rocket science, man. Don't overthink it. So let's go fucking shoot something down now. Okay, here we are in an F-16, and we are going to be shooting down an F-14 Tom Pussy. I fucking hate the Tomcat. It's a shitty fighter influenced by a shitty Soviet design that the US totally fucking fell for, and if you like it, you just simp fucking Top Gun too hard. Sorry, not sorry. Don't fucking at me. I fucking hate the Tomcat. All my homies hate the Tomcat. Fuck the Tomcat. If you don't like it, I'm subscribed to my channel. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, so we're gonna shoot that fucking Tom Pussy because they're easy kills. It's like clubbing baby seals, and that's the plan. So, look, I'm no growling sidewinder. I'm definitely not the best dogfighter in DCS, so, you know, bear with me here. This is just to get an idea of... Let's turn the sucker on. Just to get an idea of what the stick is like, and I'm going to have a separate GoPro recording the actual stick movement so you can see that in real time. So, we'll start that. It's recording, and... Okay, here we go. Let's fucking do it. I think I have him now.
I have you now.
Yep, he's dead. Alright. Just about. Fucking die, Tom Pussy. God, eject already, fucking asshole. Alright, so where'd he go? Anyway, splash one dead Tom Pussy. Honestly, the stick feels good, but the touches is really light, and you can see as I move it around, it really is like you can get to the maximum very, very, very easily. It feels fragile and flimsy, and I don't like that. So, moving on. Okay, so now you've got the Kepler connected. So I actually, well, you already know, I ran out of F16 stick, so I've got the F35 stick connected. So this is a Bourbon and DCS first, but plugged it in, USB panel. Once again, you can tell it works just fine. So we go in the DCS, we'll go in 2D first. So with the Kepler, we have a little bit of discrepancy in the x-axis. The y-axis seems to be okay. So I'm just gonna, as a precaution, go ahead and calibrate it in the Windows USB calibrator thingy real fast. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back with you. So in flying with the Kepler, it's a little stiffer than I would like. Maybe I'm just used to the Realsim, but I think I'm going to go ahead and play with the curves a little bit, at least in the y-axis. So let's take a look at that. Real easy to do. Adjust controls, axis commands. Find the Kepler, and then you can see I've cleared up the discrepancy with the x-axis. But I just come to here and I go to tune, and then I just add a little bit of curvature the other way. I think that's what, let's try negative 26. I think that's what I want. That makes it a lot more responsive. Yeah, that feels better. I could probably tune that even farther, but that's probably fine for the purposes of what I need for this video. So let's go shoot down another Tom Pussy. Okay, I don't know if I mentioned it actually, but I'm this is an A skill level Tom Pussy as well. So anyway, let's shoot another one down. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but this is an ace level fucking Tom Pussy as well. So this is the best I have to offer. Anyway. Alright, let's do it. Let's go, you fucking Tom Pussy. No, you're not going to force me into a one circle. Hard as you might try. This looks familiar. Got him. That's a lucky shot, I'll have to admit. Oh, so close. Let's come off him, come up, trade the airspeed for altitude, and come right back around.
Altitude.
Not missed that one. Going way too fast though. This guy's actually giving me a run for my money. I say as I fucking shoot him in the ass. I think he's thrown in the towel here, but that's okay. Bitch. This guy won't die. There we go. Took a swing off. So yeah, overall, I think I like the feel of the Realsim a little more than the Kepler, but I could probably tune this a bit more with the curves. That being said, I've also flown with the Kepler a lot longer, so there's that. Let's move on to the Pro Base. All right, so you've got your Pro Base plugged in now, and I already calibrated it. I just used the Windows Calibrate button just to be sure. Now, Tianhang does have his own software, which is based off FreeJoy, so you can get that from his Discord server. I'll post a link in the description. But right off the bat, just stepping away from the computer for a second here, works just fine. It's got beeps and vibrations when you get to the edges. The buttons all work fine. So let's get in there and murder some Tom Pussy. Let's do it. So coming into the binding, this was automatically bound. I didn't have to do anything. It's looking good. I'm just barely tapping it with one finger. It looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and assume no curves for this one. Let me just verify the HOTAS is okay. It is not, so no buttons are bound, so I'll just bind first detent. I will bind, not that, I'll bind second detent. Whoops, I did it backwards. Second detent, and I'll bind TMS up, the lock target. That's all I really use. And let's go murder some Tom Pussy. Okay, here we go. Let's go kill our third Tomcat of the night. All right. Oh, the y-axis is inverted. Let's switch that real fast. This isn't a Tianhang thing. This is a DCS thing. You never fucking know. All right. So y-axis, let's just go ahead and invert that. And let's see if we can catch up now. All right, looking good. Let's get the control up here. All right, so we're already way behind this Tomcat. Where did he go? Oh, he's gonna fucking kill us. Lose sight, lose the fight, they say. Shit, 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 shit. Tell you what. Off to the right somewhere. God, this fucking Tomcat shoots me down. I'll be so fucking pissed. Oh, there he is. Okay. Good stuff. Alright, back in the fight. I know where you are now. That was close for a minute there. Oh, the fuck he was. And now he's like semi-offensive on us. I already really like the feel of this Pro Base. Requires a lot more force to move, but it feels very precise. We're hella fast. Let's not hit the ground. Yeah, we're gonna rip around this fucking circle, bro. Ah, you bitch. Gotcha. Why'd he put his landing gear down? What the fuck's he doing? The fuck is he doing?
Altitude.
Nice try. I don't think so. That one gave us a run for our money. So the Pro Base feels really good. I might actually, like, pulling back requires a lot of force. Pushing forward, not so much. I might add a little bit of a curve to have less force pulling back on it, but the movement feels really, 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 really good. So...
Impressive. Very nice. Let's see.
Invictus Cockpit Systems, SSC.
Chris's Invictus force transducer is not so simple. When I first got it, it was pegged all the way to the right and the bottom, and it wasn't reading anything here. And what I had to do was open this software, hit Shift-D to go to developer settings, set these channels to 8, and do something else, right to the device, I believe. And that's how we managed to get it working again. So now that it's working, you can see he's got full Flickus force, 75% Flickus, and 50% Flickus. Flickus is the actual flight control system of the F-16. So at full flight force, coming over here to the stick, you can see it responds very, 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 very nicely. It's ultra precise. I'm barely touching it right now. Insane. So if you want full F-16 force because you have a real F-16 pit, you got that. Or if you'd rather have half of it and be really, really, really light to the touch, just like, you know, a real simulator, you can have that too. I'm going to set it to a lighter setting. I'm going to go to write device settings. There it goes. It writes. Perfect. I'm going to do that because the way the screw pattern is on Chris's Invictus SSC, I'm only able to mount it with one bolt. So he's kind of fighting with his one hand tied behind his back here, which isn't really fair to Chris. But you know what? I think he's going to pull through because I believe in his Viper transducer system. So let's fire up DCS and see how it looks. Okay, so here we are in DCS. Let's come take a look. Controls, access commands. Let's see. There it is. Well, looks like it already has the Y and the X bound. Looks good so far. It might need to be inverted. We'll see. Let's come and check the HOTAS. There it is. Nothing's bound. That's fine. First detent. Second detent. And then TMS up. Which is all you need to murder some Tom Pussy. Let's get to it. Let's fire up the GoPro. Okay, here we go. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Let's get this going real fast. There we are. Where did that Tom? There he goes. Let's not fall for it. First off, let's go full afterburner. The X-axis feels a lot more sluggish than the Y-axis does. Again, something that can easily be corrected in the software. That's a me thing. Should have lost this guy. I look away for 1 fucking second. There he is. goes. Got him. Well, I nicked him at least. I almost hit the water, so of course I did. Die already! God damn! Jesus Christ! I'm actually out of ammunition. Oh, he lost an engine. Is he dead? You know what? This is actually a good opportunity to maybe practice something a little more precise. See if I can fly formation with this guy. Shot one of his horse stabs off. Too fast. I'm not sure if I can get slow enough, honestly.
Warning.
Tell you what, bro, if you don't go home, I don't go home.
Altitude.
Vipers don't like to go slow. How'd he get his horse stab back? What the fuck? Fuck this guy, man.
Altitude.
Yeah, that's what you get.
Altitude.
I am... Holy shit! Holy shit! What is happening? Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm out of here, man. Fuck this. Well, that was something I've never seen before. Jesus Christ. Wow. Well, I guess I got him in the long run. That is something I've never seen before. Alright, well... Cool. The Invictus stick is pretty nice. Not what I expected, but wow. Okay. Cool. Alright. So I was watching my videos back. First of all, I recorded for like 4 or 5 hours last night. It took forever to do that video because switching these out in the cockpit was... that took most of the time. There's a lot of work that went into this behind the scenes, if you can believe it. And I was watching the videos back, and I realized I never really offered my final thoughts, which is best, what should you buy, all that crap and everything. I never really concluded the videos, so let's talk about that for a second. It's the morning now. I'm completely sober. I'm drinking black coffee, so time for some black coffee in DCS instead of bourbon in DCS. Well, okay, let's start with Realsim. So if you want a stick that you could just plug in and it just works and you don't have to fuck with curves and you have toothpick arms and you want a really light touch, it's definitely the stick to get. Like I said, it's flimsy, it's fragile. It's broken on me twice. The connector's broken, the hat's broken. We glue it back together. The buttons feel very, very, very light and clicky. And Realsim only likes Realsim. You have to get a Realsim stick to put on a Realsim base and blah, 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 blah. And that Realsim stick won't work in any other base. It's got to be on a Realsim base. And so it's... if it were $200 cheaper, I would be like raving about it. But for what they charge, I'm sorry, man. I'll be real with you, Chief. This just ain't it. It's just not it. Which brings me to the Kepler. A Kepler is probably your most inexpensive option. Well, that may not be true now with tariffs being what they are and getting things from China. I don't know. The Kepler's fine. The Kepler's got a weird bit of like, it moves similar to this one. It moves, and then it has like a, how do I describe it? Like a rubber bandy effect where it moves easier the harder you push. And then when you like let go, it kind of has like a detent, like putting like a cup down on the table like that, because it was designed long before Tianhang even thought about making a Pro Base. So if you set the curves to be similar to the Ultra, the Kepler can do everything the Ultra can do, and it can do it for better and cheaper. You may need to recalibrate it every now and again, but the upside is you don't have to smell your own farts like Realsim, and it'll take any fucking stick you want. It even has a Thrustmaster connection anyhow. Which brings me to the Pro Base. The Pro Base is, I would say, the minimum bar to entry as far as professional SSCs go. If you have a real cockpit, the Pro Base is the least of the bases you should be looking at. Now, if you've got the Alert 5 plans, which Chris with Invictus is currently sweeping the market with his cockpits, it's not going to perfectly fit. Being that the cockpit's made out of wood, I'm sure you can finagle it and make it work, but you're going to have to do a little bit of surgery to make it fit in his cockpit. Oh, sorry, I'm still like half asleep because coffee. But it's a fantastic SSC. Looking back at the footage, I wish I'd played with the curves a little bit more. I think it would vastly benefit from a little bit of fine tuning. Which brings me to the Invictus SSC. If I could only pick one of these, it's going to be the Invictus one. That's the one I'm going to stick with. If you can get your hands on one of these and you're serious about flying an F-16 in the most realistic way possible, the Invictus is simply unbeatable. The fit and finish is amazing. The paint is incredible. It's exactly one-to-one realistic specs. He's got his hands on real SSCs just like Jackson did. The software is incredible. He's put literally years of work into it. It is simply the ultimate SSC. That being said, it does have a price tag to match. Now, the money's no object for me when it comes to simulation because flight simulation is my biggest hobby and I'm not having kids, so I have money and I can afford to do these kind of things. So I'm always going to pick the best thing, but I understand that might not be you. So if you're looking, if you just want to have you can fly an F-16 with a fucking X-52, a Sci-Tech X-52, it'll work. You can do it, bro. It's not super ideal. And if you going from a traditionally moving joystick to an SSC, or not an SSC, a force sensing stick of any kind, it's really a huge step up. And if you can get your hands on literally any of these, it's going to be an improvement over any traditional moving joystick. Fuck you, Thrustmaster, and your stupid fucking Ava bases. It's fucking plastic parts. God, I'm okay. All right, so, yeah, those are my final thoughts. But even with the Invictus, I still think I would play with the curves a little bit more. And I can see it in dogfighting that Tomcat. I had a couple of shots that I probably could have had if the X-axis were a little bit more sensitive, but that's a me thing. That's not a stick thing. I was quickest to shoot down the Tomcat with the Ultra because honestly, I had the most Ultra experience because that's what I've been flying with the longest, as much as I'm ashamed to say that. So anyway, that's it for this very long, very comprehensive video. More videos are coming. I obviously have more A10 stuff to do that I want to do. I have more cockpit building to do, as you can see by the clamp part of the video. My garage is finally cleaned up, and I can get back to building my F-16 cockpit, which I'm super excited about. But once again, I don't give a fuck if you like or subscribe. Thank you for watching. Stay aeronautically violent. Bye-bye.